You're most welcome to my podcast. My name is Bravo, and it's always a pleasure being here today. And it's so amazing. I started my podcast laughing because my my team behind my camera are very, very interesting. So thank you so much, guys. And we're here today. It's another version of our podcast. And in this case, I have a gentleman, Israffil. Israffil?
Yes, yes, yes.
Israffil Saat. Israfil Saats. Israfil is a young rotaract. A young rotaract. Rotaractors are those guys or people who are going to be Rotarians, especially those who are below 30 years. He's a rotaractor and he's doing amazing, great work in his line of Rotary and his line of passion. Today we're going to know how did he start this journey of being in art, of being a great artist, somebody who sits with you in your house, draws you, and gives you your picture there and then. There are those who are using AI just to convince you that they are going to give you a pencil art piece. Here he's going to show us how he's done this. But most importantly, what are we going to learn from him is his journey of how he chose his passion in his life. Yes, you're most welcome, Israfil. It's my pleasure having you in my podcast.
Yeah,
And you're
thank you
most
so
welcome,
much.
the young man.
Thank you so much, Bravo.
Yes.
Yes, like he has told you, Israfil Sentamu, my name's, and yeah, the brand name is Saats,
So,
and the Saats is a prefix of my names, that is Sentamu Israfil Ridwan,
yes.
and then Arts. So, yeah, the way it started, I don't know how I should say, but my journey started when I was really young.
Really young.
Yeah.
And what's that to tell us? Where do you come from? Your parents? Where do you come from? And then your school life and how we dive into this.
I come from deep down in Western Uganda. I was born and grew up on the shores of Lake George.
Yeah.
And from my father, that is Sentam Ishak, and my mother is Nyakwez Amina.
Yeah.
And that was way back in 98.
Yes.
Yeah, 98. And that was July 7th. I was born, and my school life is that I I started school when I was 2 years,
Yes.
because the nursery school was near home, and my parents were very busy people
Yes.
into business and all that. So there was nobody to leave me with at home, so I could be taken to school when they are going to work. And that's when I started school. Then I started in the same village. The
The
village is
lake shores
called
of
Lake George.
Lake George. Lake
That,
George is in the western part of Uganda.
yeah,
Yes.
and that is the village is called Kayinja, and that is Chitagwenda district currently.
That's after Ibanda.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. After Uganda, then Chitagwenda district. And then I joined secondary. I started my secondary life from Alliance Secondary School, that is in Uganda. Then I went to St. Teresa in Chitagwenda district up to senior four. Then my A level, I went in, I can tell that I studied in 6 schools for 2 years. Yeah.
Six school for 2 years. Yes,
Yeah,
amazing.
I went in 6 schools,
Yes.
that is senior five and six. By that time, when I joined senior five, my mother had no money
Yes.
so much. Like the business was slow, businesses were slow. You know, growing up from the lakeside, that means that the economic activity was fishing.
Yes.
So the government had to restrict some fishing activities. So there was no money that much. And I was studying from this side of Kampala, that is Usawala Road.
Yeah.
So I was day schooling, and I was staying with my cousin brother. So what happened was that I could go to school and study for like
3 weeks.
3 weeks, 4 weeks, that
Yes.
is 1 month. Then they asked for school fees. So I switched to another school.
Yeah.
And that is how it was for
2 years
my senior five.
and 6.
Yeah, senior five. Then senior six, I said, you know what? I am not going to study if I remain in moving this and this here and there. So I had to go back to my former school, that is
Yes.
St. Teresa.
Yeah.
And
Chitagwenda, that
yeah,
is.
Chitagwenda.
Yes.
So I studied there for 1 term, and then I joined another school. And then at the end of it all, I finished senior six. And joining campus, I didn't know that I would really pass because I was not studying that much.
Yeah.
And the combination I was doing, it was a bit, light according to people.
Yes.
And everyone was like, you will not get a course.
Which
And me,
course
I
was
said,
that?
the combination I did was, it was history, art, and Swahili.
Yeah. History, art, and Swahili.
That is
Yeah.
hack.
Yes.
Then the subsidiary was ICT. So everyone was like, you will not get a course at university. I was like, it's okay. My aim is not getting a
Is
course.
to get a bachelor's degree.
My aim is to pass.
Yes.
And that school where I had studied from, there was an opportunity that there is a company, a real estate company. It was sponsoring at the university one person every after 3 years.
Yes.
So whoever performs better, they sponsor you at the same time working with them.
Yes.
So at our year, it was our year to pick.
Yes.
And me, I told them my aim is to pass. And obviously, I knew that I would definitely pass.
Yes.
And thank God I passed. And I was the best, literally in the whole sub-county, I was the best.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got the scholarship
Yes.
to go to MOOBS. And at MOOBS, I did not study art, surprisingly, even though I'm an artist.
Yes.
So those guys, the real estate people were like,
is this a real estate people in Kitagwenda, in Ibanda district?
No, in Kampala.
In Kampala, but they pick children who are from the rural schools.
Yes.
Okay.
No, not all rural schools, but the owner, the proprietor of this real estate company, had a strong bond with the proprietor of St. Teresa.
Okay.
So he was picking the best student from St. Teresa.
You can mention the proprietor if you know.
The proprietor, the company is called Havertz Housing Limited.
Havertz Housing Limited. Thank you so much, guys. Havertz Housing Limited. Is this still in place?
Yeah, they are in existence.
Yeah,
and the owner is Agawa Vincent.
Agawa Vincent, thank you so much as a proprietor of a Vatis construction company.
No, Havertz Housing Limited.
Havertz
they basically deal
Housing
in
Limited.
Property management.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
property
that's amazing.
management and insurance. So I was working there, but the condition was for them to pay for you, you must do a business course at MOOBS. So they called me, they were like, what course do you want to do? Me, I said, I want to do art. And then the industrial art and design, they were like, no, here we cannot apply art in this business.
But it is a practical in housing, interior designing.
Yeah, but for them, they were like,
yes.
First, we're into management and you cannot do that.
Yes.
Then I was like, okay, I would wish to be a poet.
Yes.
Like my line was into art.
Art and poet, yes.
And then he said, those will not build your mother a house. They will not pay school fees for your kids and all that.
Yes.
And I was like, it's okay.
Yeah.
So he told me, go to MOOBS, look for any course you want, and for us, we'll fund it.
Yes. So
I had to go to MOOBS. I looked at all the courses and I landed on business computing.
Yes.
Because I did the subsidiary of ICT and I loved IT.
Yes.
So I knew that in future, I can do art and IT.
Yes.
How can I find ways of applying my art into IT? So I did IT and so I am a professional IT person and business.
Yes.
So at Havertz, I was into marketing department because I was assisting them in digital marketing and then designing website and managing it.
Yes.
So I am a professional in website design and that is really my major thing.
Yes.
And then art, how I came to be more into art is that I reached a time in COVID, I was in my year 2.
Yes.
So we were in lockdown. We thought that lockdown is going to take a few weeks or months.
Yes.
But then lockdown prolonged. And then I was staying with my sister. She was like, but we're always here watching, being on phone, you're on your laptop.
Yeah.
Why don't you do art again? Because I use it to do art. I use it to write like happy birthday message. And I make it in art. Yeah. So she was like, you can still do art. So I started from there doing the cartoons. Because I started from there until I reached a point that I can make portraits.
Yes.
And I remember my first client was my colleague. We were together in marketing department, and I remember he paid 10,000.
Yeah, at least he supported your work.
Yeah, he was called Patrick, and he was like, nkubirayo ekifaananyi nze ngenda kusasula nina sente. I was like lwaki sikuba kifaananyi. And then nampa omutwalo ogwo, he gave me 10K and he was like, is this enough? I was like, no.
Yes.
Give me 20,000. He was like, Israffil, I'm your first client.
Yes.
I was like, anyway, it's okay. I had to take the 10K and I gave him the portrait.
Yes.
And that is where I started. I can tell you that I never went back.
That is in COVID, during the COVID lockdown,
during
the first
COVID.
lockdown.
Yeah, the first lockdown.
Yeah.
So I started from there. I kept on advancing. Then I kept on going on YouTube, seeing how do these guys do it. The YouTubers. On YouTube, there is some content.
Yes.
When you were starting to learn
master.
art, yeah, I reached a time where I was like, I can now do better with myself and not having to go on YouTube, unless if there is something I need. And sometimes you go there, you feel so disappointed and demotivated that
you're more better than those who are on the YouTube.
No, sometimes you find that they are way better than you.
Yes.
So you lose morale.
Yeah.
But then I said, no, I have to put morale in myself.
Yes.
And do better. So I started from there. I did better. Then I could go on YouTube, and then I realized that there are some people that I'm better with. I'm better than on YouTube. Yeah. And that is
art in your family? Is in your family lineage? Is there anybody who used to do this, who loves art? Where do you derive this motivation as a young man?
It's a bit tricky.
Yeah.
That in my family, I only know one person who did art.
Yes.
And that is my maternal uncle. He inspired me a lot because by the time he was in high school, I think I was like in P1, P2.
Yes.
So I could go to his room and I find that he's doing great with art. Yeah. And that time he was more in still life and nature.
Yes.
Not these portraits.
Yes.
Yeah. So I kept on doing good, improving. But of course, when you're young, you do the cartoons, you try to draw your mother, but then your mother looks at it and they're like, everyone is like, this is not our mother. Yes. So that is where I got the inspiration. So I got the inspiration from him. But of course, he reached a time for him, he stopped, he diverted into something else. And I had to keep the motivation because I love creating something from scratch. Like I can look at something and then I'm like, I can do this better. And I copy. Of course, it's not that I cannot copy. I copy some things. Even when I draw a portrait, I've copied it. I cannot draw you from my head that I've looked at you. No, I don't have that talent. But I can, when I'm looking at you, I can draw you. So, but I make sure that whatever I'm copying, I do better than the original.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what makes me a little bit unique from other people who copy. Yeah.
Now let's talk about AI. I know AI has come and it's giving people a portrait in the form of pencil, art. Are you scared of AI? Is AI your competition? Is AI a scare of your job? What do you think when AI came? How are you taking AI?
Surely, AI is something that, to me, I feel like AI is good.
Yes.
I am into digital world, and the world is going digital. So I cannot say that AI is bad.
Yeah.
But in terms of art,
yes,
and the way people use AI, I feel like AI is killing the world of art and the industry of art.
Yes.
Because now, people who would be appreciating art, the real art, they are now appreciating the AI art.
Yes.
Because for them, they feel like AI has made it better. So they will not know. For example, Bravo, you need a portrait.
Yes.
And I use AI. I give exactly you. You don't see any fault.
Yes.
You don't see any flaw in your portrait.
Yes.
You will think that I'm good at art.
Yes.
And you're going to refer someone else because you know that I'm good at art.
Yes.
And then you're going to neglect Mr. Y, who is using hands.
Yes.
To bring out the portrait. Of course, the hands, you may not neglect the flaw. There may be a fault, there may be an error.
Yeah.
But it's real, it's realistic.
Yes.
So you realize that AI is our bad competitor.
Yes.
Yeah, AI is a bad competitor, and AI is really demolishing the industry of art completely.
Yes.
Because people who don't know art, they will not be in position to tell that this is real, this is AI.
Yes.
So they will look at what is nice. And you go in people who do interior design nowadays, you find that there are very many paintings made by AI
Yes.
than the paintings made by art, especially here in Uganda, where you know that you're having 99% who do not know art.
Yes.
They just look at something beautiful.
Yes.
That's what they want to take
Yes.
in their houses.
Yes.
But then there is real art. You know, sometimes when I'm painting or drawing, I get even emotional that I've done something so nice,
Yes.
so nice that, but this person who doesn't know art, they will not take it because they feel like the AI made is much more nice. So I feel like AI is good if we use it nicely in a way that we can benchmark.
Yes.
We can task it to do for us things, and then we benchmark and use the hands,
Yes.
what AI has given us, but not telling people that this is real art when it's made by AI. Or else use AI in a way that you have the real art and then you have AI made. And then you can tell someone that we have AI and then we have real.
Yes.
So AI is this amount and the handmade is this amount. Then this person is able to choose which one do I want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I feel like AI is that way, bad competitor.
Yes.
Because of how we use it.
So how are you prepared into this industry to keep going and not be taken out of the market by AI?
I think to all artists out there,
Yes.
I think we need to acknowledge and appreciate what we have.
Yes.
Without abandoning the trend, the AI trend, but also keep up with what we have, what we were given by God.
Yes.
So I think in this way, would have to, how I am going to, how we can outcompete AI and remain in the market is let people know what our art is all about, what real art is all about. So I think it's just a matter of sensitizing people about art. People need to know art. People need to know the value of art, what art is doing in our lives, and what we can benefit from it. When I am painting, what I didn't tell you is that I reached a time and advanced, not only doing pencil portraits, but to do the paintings.
Yes.
So I reached a time and, you know, when I make the paintings, I make sure that I write a story about that painting.
Yes.
And all my paintings have stories. And I can tell that I was once at the expo, the first expo in my life. That was the Rotary Mega Business Expo.
Yeah.
And someone bought my painting because of the story that was on it,
Yeah.
not because of the painting.
Yeah.
So I think when people who understand art, they don't buy beauty of art, they buy the story behind it.
Behind it, yes.
Yeah, so I think all artists need to be creative enough that yes, I don't just draw, I don't just paint, but there is a story attached to it. People buy feelings
Yeah.
than what they see. But if I see it, what feeling does it bring in my life or in my head? So I think that is something we need to put up. So artists need to be creative and know that people buy feelings, people like feelings, something that resonate with their lives,
Yeah.
than something that really just beautifies the home.
There is a saying that says, a mistake in art is another design. Where is that applicable? Where is it
Okay.
applicable?
I used to tell people when
Yeah.
I was in high school that a mistake in art is a design.
Is another design.
I used to tell them that that's a saying of people who are not good at art.
Yes. So a mistake in art is
A
a
mistake
mistake.
in art is a mistake.
Yes.
It's you say that I have made this mistake.
Yes.
I will not leave it as a mistake.
Yes.
Let me create some, because being an artist, you must be creative
Yes.
and you must be an overthinker. So you need to know I have made this mistake.
Yes.
How do I turn it into something lively, not leaving it as a mistake? And that only applies in painting.
Yes.
But if it's a portrait, for example, I am drawing you
Yes.
and I make your eye, for example, I make your eye in a different way,
Yes.
that's a mistake. And you cannot tell me that it's a design. I just either have to get a rubber and rub it off
Yes.
and draw it in the exact way how it has been
Yeah,
drawn.
yeah.
So someone who tells you that any mistake in art is a design, they are trying to kill your talent.
Well, thank you so much, viewers, and I think it's a very great pleasure having Israffil. Sir Israffil. Israffil is a great artist. For most of you who have been, watching us and looking at the kind of work he's been going to do. So in this case, we're going to look at the kind of work Israffil does. But before we dive into it, Israffil today says he's going to draw me and he's going to produce my portrait on this podcast, and you see the kind of work this young man does. So, as we prepare to do this,
Yeah.
How have you used art? I know you're a Rotarian, a Rotaractor, but in Rotary,
Yeah.
you're part of Rotary. So, how did you join Rotary, and what inspires you to do this, to join art together with Rotary?
What inspired me to be in Rotary?
Yes.
At first, I was just dragged into Rotary.
By who?
That is my former boss, Rotarian Agaba Vincent,
Yes.
the MD of Avat's Housing Limited.
Yes.
So how he did, he was given an assignment by his club, that is the Rotary Chigo,
Yes.
because they were forming a Rotaract club.
Yes.
So he was given an assignment to be a patron
Yes.
of the Rotaract club.
Yes.
And now the numbers were not matching. So people were few. And then he wanted the club to get shattered.
Yes.
So he had to look for people. And then he was like, Israffil, you can join Rotaract? And I was like, man, I don't understand those things.
Yes.
So he had to take me through. No, he just sent me a link to the RI website.
Mm-hmm.
So I reached there and I read. How I joined Rotaract is that the reason why I just decided to go there is that it was not about networking.
Yeah.
It was not about expecting anything much, but I knew that I somehow feel okay when I help,
Yes.
when I give a hand. So I joined Rotary and Rotaract that I can help to put a smile on someone's face. This person who never knew that Israffil exists,
Yes.
but they are happy
Yes.
because of this happy shilling that I will give, because of this single note that I will give.
Yes.
So I joined it because I knew that I can help other people's lives. So, because if we cannot be in a position to help,
Yes.
then we may not expect help from others.
Yes.
And yes, you may feel like you're well off. You don't need help from us, from others, but then you need help from God. Or God has helped you. So you can help others. So I said, let me join Rotaract. And in the first year, so he was like, you guys don't have money to make flyers.
Yes.
I remember that I have the digital background.
Yes.
So I use it to make flyers, to design flyers. I design flyers. So he was like, you can help them to design flyers. The good thing, the computers are there at Avat's, at office. You can sit on your computer, use data, and make them flyers. So I made the flyers for that club for nearly 2 years, even before the charter, until we got chartered. And I kept on making flyers free of charge until I reached a time and I had to put a fee on it.
Yes.
Yeah, and they had to be giving me 3K per flyer, of which we reached a time and the club failed to pay.
Yes.
And of course, I could not stop that.
Yeah.
I had to keep on until the year ended. And yeah, I think it's this year that we are now joining into a new Rotary. So I was like, guys, let's have someone else to design the flyers because I'm getting a little busy. Yeah, and I may not be in position to do the assignment. So then later, I started getting networks from Rotary.
Yeah.
And also what made me sink much into Rotary is that I had to take some courses on Rotary International website.
Yeah.
I took like 30 courses.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I learned much more. I thought I knew Rotary,
Yeah.
not until I had to take those courses. That's when I knew that actually I don't know much about Rotary.
Yeah.
So that helped me to understand better Rotary and be much in it.
Yeah.
And I started getting connections. I started going in Rotary clubs, not only Rotaract clubs.
Yes.
So because Rotaractors, to be honest, not all can manage to give you like 150 for a portrait,
Yes.
but Rotarians can do that.
Yeah.
So I said, I can be in Rotary at the same time Rotaract, and I
Yeah.
can benefit from all
Yes.
at the
Both.
same time they benefit from me.
Yeah.
Because I can also use their services
Yeah.
as they can use
Yes, services.
my
well.
services.
Yeah.
So I started getting into Rotary, and we had our installation for the magical year, and then our guest speaker was Dr. Peter Chimbowa
Yes.
and MD Margaret Naimanyi. That was from our mother club,
Yeah.
Margaret. So I made portraits for them. Those were like the gifts we gave them. But that really helped me, push me on higher levels that HCP Maggie, she could post in the Friends of Rotary Chigo,
Yeah.
the portrait that I made for her.
Yeah.
And then randomly I could get people contacting me.
Yeah.
I need a portrait. I need a portrait. That's when my art started. People forgot that I also forgot that I can go in a fellowship. I forget to say that I design website,
Yes.
but I say I am a fine artist.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's better to always say fine artist than artist.
Yes.
You know, very many people are artists,
Yeah. The
but a
artists
few are
are
fine
artists.
artists. So
Amazing. What do
So-
you, as a young man, what do you encourage the young man out there, the youth, of joining clubs, especially Rotary and others? And what would you tell the young that would wish to join such clubs that are helping the youth to come
yeah,
up? Yes.
I think to invite the young people, how I can tell them is that before joining Rotary, you think people out there have a perception that Rotary is for the rich guys,
Yes.
and you go in Rotary when you have money. But to be realistic,
Yes.
I joined Rotary not expecting money and not because I had money.
Yeah.
But I can tell that 40% of my income is from Rotary.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah. So in Rotary and Rotaract, there is too much platforms for showcasing yourself.
Yes.
You have potential, and this is a platform to show your potential. There are people, you may be not only art, there are people who are doing, young people like me, or even younger than me, doing a lot of things, but they don't know who should buy their services,
Mhm.
who should buy their products. But now here you have an open market where you're not going to pay URA, where you're not going to pay rent. Just come and you join them. You find that you're joining Rotaract for a good cause, someone else who you don't even know about.
Yeah.
But then there is a way it keeps on bringing back.
Yeah.
So I would encourage young people to join Rotaract. You start from there. Even those who are in high school, you can join your Interact clubs. Then you advance to Rotaract. And in a not so distant future, you would find yourself in Rotary. And you would be impacting someone else. At the same time, these people you're with, they will also impact your life.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having Israffil on our podcast, guys. And he's going to do something amazing. He's going to draw me, and he has to produce this portrait. And I want you to see how amazing this young man is. And if you're out there and you want to support his work, he's going to be reachable. He's going to give us our contact. And then you see what he does for you. Or whatever you want to do, the portraits of your children, you yourself as gifts, everything. He does it with a pencil. And this is not AI. So let's dive into the kind of work you're
Okay.
doing. Yes. I hope my camera is capturing what he's doing. I hope we are able to have it on camera. And meanwhile, you can tell us how long does it take you to finish a portrait for someone?
Um, Generally, it can take me 7 hours.
Wow, 7 hours. If somebody invites you in their house and they sit there and you draw them,
Yeah,
they need to sit 7 hours.
yeah, they have to sit 7 hours. So normally, I always sometimes because when you realize when you say that I draw you when you're just there, somehow it's much more expensive and time consuming.
Okay.
So people are somehow busy, and I give them options that you either sit there, I draw you, and
Yeah.
it will take this number of hours,
Yes.
or just send me a picture. I give it to you in, if you send it to me today, I can give it to you in the next day.
Okay.
Yeah, and most of them have always preferred sending me pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there are those who would sit and also they want to test your
Yeah,
capacity.
some do.
Yes.
Some do sit and wait until we finish it.
Okay.
But I've got only one person who did.
Because of time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of time.
Yeah.
And this person, she really loved art. She really knew art. And I think she had traveled abroad and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, so she spent much of her time abroad. And I think that's why she really was into this much.
Great. Yes, guys, it's been amazing. The artwork from Israfil. Israfil Saats. He's done an amazing work. He's going to hand over my portrait, and you guys who are watching it should be able to judge and see whether he knows what he does, this young man. Your eyes will tell you what he did. So,
Okay.
you know, this is the artwork. Okay, this is artwork, and this is bravo. It's you to judge and say, is this me? Is this my picture? Is this the reality? Is this the real me? If you see any mistake, as they say, any mistake in art is another design, much as he doesn't agree. But yes, this is amazing. I should appreciate you so much. This is great. If you're out there and you'd like to support this young man, Sir Arts, kindly get in touch with him, support his work, and he will give you the authentic work. So tell us about this picture and why it's like this.
Uh, I think, you know, it's always, I don't want to say that it's magic,
Yeah.
but I look at something and I make sure that I do exactly that one and more better than that. So I think you hang it in the most visible place in
Yeah.
your house
Yeah.
or in your office and let people know that this is made by Saats. And I was so intentional to do one that has the logo of Bravo Shoes
Yes. That's
so that,
amazing.
yeah, people will always remember that Bravo Shoes and Saats combined efforts to bring out this masterpiece.
Wonderful. That's amazing, guys. It's a pleasure having you. And thank you for drawing me and giving me a very great art piece. Now,
You're so much welcome.
to go forward, how do you see the art industry in the country? How do you envision yourself as an artist?
Fine artists should be so much crucial. According to how I see the Ugandan art industry, I think we need to appreciate art. And out there, many artists are not having the chance that I've gotten to come like on this wonderful podcast.
Yeah.
I think we need exposure. Artists need exposure. They need, like you see, that there are associations of musicians. There should be an association of fine artists.
Yes.
They lack visibility. So many good artists are out there not knowing that they can actually, you have no idea how many people
Yeah.
have dropped art, yet they went to school to study art,
Yeah.
but they've dropped it, opting for other things simply because people do not appreciate art.
Yeah.
There is, we do not get, artists do not get go on TVs or that you hear someone on a radio station mentioning about their paintings
Yes.
or their artwork,
Yeah.
like music. But you find that someone is not so much good at music,
Yeah.
but they are having fans.
Yeah.
Now, how about artists, fine artists?
Yeah.
So I think all the televisions, radio stations, if we have to grow the art industry in
Yeah.
Uganda,
Yeah.
all these media platforms, the TVs, especially the TVs and radio stations and newspapers, they should prioritize art. Show out what Ugandan art is. This will attract more tourists, more art collectors who are from abroad
Yeah.
to come and collect art here.
Yeah.
Other than art, just like, you see a talent getting demolished.
Yeah.
So I think there need to be exposure, and this has to start with a state. Some do not have a chance to say that, let the state support us or the government support us. People may not come out say this, but if you really need to grow tourism industry, then it has to move hand in hand with art.
Yes.
So not only art of music, but the art of fine art.
Fine art.
Yeah,
Wow.
because you realize that it's neglected.
Great. Thank you so much once again. It's a
Yeah.
pleasure having you. And
Thank
we'll
you.
continue. And I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala
Yeah.
puts great, rewards you abundantly and gets you great customers, people who love art, connect with you. And may this podcast be of great value, benefit to you as well.
And how, like you started
Yes.
the language you started with, I will say Allahumma Amin.
Amin.
May Allah accept that.
Yes.
And yeah, let's all wake up. Let's
Yeah.
all, in Swahili there is a saying that mtaka cha mkunguni sharti ainame. Like, if you want something that is down, you have to bend and pick it.
And pick it.
So if you really love art, then join the artists.
Yes.
Look at the podcast now, especially like this podcast. I am sure you're going to bring more artists.
Yes, definitely.
And to grow art.
Wonderful.
And I really appreciate that you've taken a step in growing the art industry.
Great. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure once again. And I will say to him that Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much and wish him all the best.